Hello, I'm Eric Cormier from Salisbury, Maryland, here at WBOC's historic Studio D, and you're watching Delmarva Life.
And a big thank you to Eric for being here at the show. Well, it was a celebration of craft beer this past weekend at the Good Beer Festival in Salisbury. Now, cheers! It's time to celebrate great wine at the Autumn Wine Festival. And joining us today to help get in the spirit are Kristen Kahn, Director of Marketing and Public Relations with Wicomico County Recreation Parks and Tourism, and Jennifer Layton, General Manager of Layton's Chance Vineyard and Winery in Vienna. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, Kristen, this is a celebration of great wine, and it's local wine.
Yes, we are partnered with the Association of Maryland Wineries for this event. So one of the unique things about the Autumn Wine Festival is it is all Maryland wine. So this weekend's festival will have 21 wineries there, and that would include Layton's Chance.
Right, and it's so much more than wine. People are coming from all over the place. Can make a day of it, make a weekend of it.
Yes, there is definitely enough to do. Whether you like wine or don't, prefer beer, there's a lot to do for the weekend. We have 7 bands on stage throughout the festival. They range anywhere from bluegrass to jazz to dance. So when people had enough where they're ready to get dancing on. We also have one of the new things we have this year is WBOC is coming out and bringing the sports zone. So any guys that are tagging along with their girlfriends can still catch the big games. So that'll be a good one.
Oh, that's
and
neat.
We also have a variety of different vendors, food, and Pemberton Park itself is just beautiful. There's plenty of nature trails. There's also the plantation over there, which is an 18th century plantation home. And the Historical Society will be out there offering tours this weekend as well.
This is a big event. A lot of people come to it. How did the county, why did they decide to do this?
The Wine Festival actually this year will be celebrating its 10th year. So we started 10 years ago, and we began in just conversations with the Association of Maryland Wineries and really wanted to highlight some of the, not only our area's treasures, but also Maryland in general. The festival began, I believe, with 13 wineries, and each year we just continue to grow.
All right, so Jennifer, a wine tasting obviously, so people are going to be out there with their glasses and they swirl it and they smell it and they taste it. I've always wondered why they do all of that.
Why you swirl the wine is you're putting oxygen in it, so it releases the aroma and the flavors in the wine. It's the same thing as if you hear people saying they decant wine, or they put it into another glass container, or if they use an aerator when they pour it. They're all those ways are putting oxygen back into the wine to have it release the flavors.
Okay, and if you're thinking about going, you're going to show us how to properly taste wine.
Yes.
Is that right? And you already poured us some here. What do you have here?
This is our Chamberson wine. It is dry red. So one thing to note is that every winery will probably have one of those tasting cards where they have a list of all their wines, and you want to taste from dry to sweet. We include tasting room crackers because they cleanse your palate between each of the wines that you're tasting.
Okay.
You taste them from dry to sweet because if you go from a sweet wine to a dry, it will seem really dry. It won't taste how the wine is actually meant to be.
All right, and this is considered a sweet or dry?
This is dry.
Okay.
So you can swirl it around. Sometimes if you keep it down on the thing.
Yeah, I don't want to swirl it on our white sofa here.
Right.
So we are aerating it here.
Right, and the other thing that people look at a lot of times are the legs, where you see what sticks to the side of the glass.
Oh, okay.
And usually what it means is if it has more legs, it has more alcohol.
Oh, really?
So,
all right. So
and then you take a sip and swirl it around your mouth so that it reaches all your taste buds and you get the full effect.
Oh, okay, because there's taste buds all over your mouth.
Kind of looks like mouthwash.
All right.
So,
Very good.
that's pretty much how you go.
That's how you do it. And then,
Yep.
of course, the crackers there, if you want to go from, you say, from dry to sweet.
And they're good between each wine because it really cleanses the palate and you kind of start over.
All right, and as always, if you're going to this event, you want to make sure you have a designated driver because even though you're tasting, there's a lot of wine there.
Yeah, there is a lot of wine and a lot of tasting. So.
All right, let's go over the event details so everyone could know. It's an Autumn Wine Festival this Saturday. 11 a.m.?
Yep, we'll get started on Saturday from 11 to 6, and then on Sunday we'll be going from 12:30 to 6.
All right, and that's at the Pemberton Historical Park in Salisbury. Beautiful place.
It is.
Thank you so much, Kristen and Jennifer, for coming in this afternoon. I've been there. It's a lot of fun. For more information on the Autumn Wine Festival in Salisbury, including ticket info and a lineup of events, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab. Still to come on Delmarva Life, keeping our hair healthy when the temperature tumbles. Our beauty expert Drexel from Bad Hair Day is here to show us some simple steps that won't break the bank. In fact, you can find a lot of the help right in your kitchen.